Okay students, good morning. My name is Gurpreet Singh and welcome back to English online classes. Today I am going to describe about where we use ought to, where we use ought, where we use need to, and where we use dare and dare to. So this video for class CBSE 9, CBSE 10th and class plus 1. So last time I told you in models we always use verb first form in the sentences, but in tenses we change our verbs form. Understand? And also I told you models are helping verbs that are expressing about wish, desire, permission, advice, responsibility, ability, etc. So today our objectives to learn about ought to, ought, need to, dare and dare to. So here now I'm talking about ought to and ought. So firstly, keep in your mind ought to is used in positive sentences, but single ought is used in negative and interrogative sentences. So I'm telling again, listen to me carefully. Ought to is used in positive sentences, but ought, here I do not use to after ought. Single ought is used in negative sentences and interrogative sentences. When we change our positive sentence into negative sentence and as well as in interrogative sentence, on that time we only use ought, not ought to. Understand? So here the question is where we use ought to. Ought to is used for recommendation and advice. Ought to is used for duty. Ought to is used for high chances. Okay, so the now question is, sometime we use should for advice, but here we also use ought to for advice. Don't worry, I'll tell you. So here I made one diagram regarding must, should and ought to. So here I'm explaining about ought to. Ought to is more than should but less than from must. Okay, sometime so I have one example. I'm doing exercise every day, but I didn't get the better result, or I didn't don't get the better result from or exercise. Understand? I'm doing my exercise every day, but I don't get better result. I'm doing my exercise every day, but I do not get better result. On that time, we need more exercise. We need, yeah, I need more exercise to get better result. On that time, I need more exercise to get better result. On that time, we use ought to in the sentences. So that's why I told you ought to is used for recommendation and advice. So here I am recommending you again to get more exercise every day to get better result. Understand? On that time we use ought to. So that's why here I wrote ought to is used for advice. So here you are recommending somebody again to exercise more. Understand? And the second one, ought to is used for duty. Duty mean after this video I'll give you one worksheet and your duty is to complete your worksheet on time. Understand? So it's your duty to complete your worksheet. On that time we also use ought to explain, to describe our duties about something. Understand? So that's why here I use ought to. Students ought to complete their worksheet. So here I use ought to for duty. And third one is high chances. High chances mean high chances mean a possibility or a probability. But here the question is, may is also used for possibilities. May is also used for probability. But may is used for less chances. Less chances means sometimes we are not sure. But ought to is used for high chances or a more chances. So on that time we also use ought to. इसमें मैं आपको समझाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि कई बार हमारे पास ज़्यादा चांसेस होते हैं जाने के. मुझे पता है कि मे का यूज़ हम करते हैं पॉसिबिलिटीज़ के लिए, बट ऑन दैट टाइम वी आर नॉट श्योर. बट सम टाइम हम श्योर होते हैं, लाइक 18 to 90% हमारे चांसेस होते हैं जाने के. ऑन दैट टाइम वी यूज ought to. We ought to go for dinner tonight. So here all are positive sentences and here I use ought to in every sentence. But in negative and interrogative I use only ought. So here I wrote two example. You ought not smoke so much. Here you do not use to after ought. So that sentence is wrong. So you use only ought in a negative sentences and also in interrogative sentences. So here I use ought. Ought is a helping verb. So I use in the sentence helping verb before subject to describe about interrogative sentence. So here also I do not use to after subject. Here I use only ought. So again keep in your mind, in positive sentences we use ought to, but in negative and interrogative sentences we do not use to after ought. Understand? So now I am going to describe about need and dare. Need and dare are semi-modals. Semi-modals mean sometime we use need and dare as a main verb. So that's why we tell need and dare are semi-modals. Semi-modals. So here I have the structure in positive sentence and I have the structure in interrogative and negative sentence. So here I use to in a positive sentence, but here also I have a positive sentence, but here I do not use to. So the question is, here I have positive sentence. But in this I do not use to after need, but here I use to after need. Don't worry, I'll tell you. Because in this sentence, need works as a main verb. Here I do not have verb. So that's why I use only need in this structure. But here I have verb also. On that time we use to after need. So again keep in your mind, when we do not have verb in the sentence or a structure, on that time only we use need, even in positive sentences. But if we have verb in the sentence or a structure, on that time we use to after need. So here I got one example regarding this structure. I need a pen. Understand? So here I need to write. So here write, I have a main verb. I need to write about my notebook. Understand? So here pen is a object, not a verb. Understand? So here I have no verb, here I have verb. When we have verb, on that time we use need to. Sometimes we do not have verb, on that time we use only need, even in positive sentences. Understand? But in interrogative and negative we use need as a modal verb. But in positive sentences we use need as a main verb. Need means necessity, essential, जो चीज जरूरी है हमारे लिए. But in interrogative and negative we use need as a modal verb. So here we do not use to after need. So here I wrote two example. Number one is example related to negative sentence, and next is related to interrogative sentence. So here I do not use to after need. I need not complete my notebook. This sentence is related to negative sentence, and here I use only need, even in interrogative. So here I use need as a modal verb. So in interrogative sentence we use need before subject to put a question to somebody or someone. So that's why I use need before subject. Need I complete my notebook. Understand? We use need and there as a main verb in the sentence. When we use need and there as a main verb in the sentence, on that time we use only need. If we have verb in the sentence or a structure, on that time we use need to, even in positive sentences. Understand? So same in dare. Dare is used for courage. Courage mean हिम्मत, कि मुझ में इतनी हिम्मत है वहां जाने की. I dare to go there alone. मुझ में हिम्मत है वहां अकेले जाने की. I dare to go there alone. So in this sentence I use to. Understand? So here I have the structure is subject, dare plus to plus verb. In positive sentence I use to after dare. After dare. So here I also have verb. Understand? On that time we use to after dare. So I dare to beat him. I dare to beat him. In this sentence I use verb first form after dare to. So this sentence is related to positive sentence. Understand? But in interrogative and negative I use dare as a modal verb. Dare as a modal verb. So here I use only dare. I use only dare. Same in need, same in ought to. In positive sentences I use ought to, but in negative and interrogative only I use ought. Same in need, same in dare. In positive sentences we use dare plus to, but in negative and interrogative we use only dare. Dare I beat him. क्या मुझ में हिम्मत है उसे मारने की? I dare not beat him. मुझ में हिम्मत नहीं है उसे मारने की. So here in negative sentence I use only dare, and same in interrogative. But in positive sentences I use dare plus to. Understand? So this lecture is related to ought to, ought, need to, need, dare to and dare. If you have any problem regarding that, you can concern with me. Thank you so much.